The birth of Moses. A long time ago, in the land of Egypt, the Israelites lived as slaves under Pharaoh's harsh rule. As their numbers grew, Pharaoh became afraid that they might rebel against him. To stop this, he made a terrible command. Every baby boy born to the Israelites must be thrown into the Nile River. During this time, a Hebrew woman named Jochebed gave birth to a beautiful baby boy. She loved him dearly and could not bear to let him die. For 3 months she hid him in her home, keeping him safe, but as he grew, she could no longer hide him. Desperate to save her child, Jochebed came up with a plan. She made a small basket out of reeds, coated it with tar to keep it from sinking, and placed her baby inside. Then, with a prayer in her heart, she set the basket afloat on the Nile River. Miriam, the baby's older sister, watched from a distance as the basket drifted along the water. Soon it floated near the place where Pharaoh's daughter was bathing. The princess saw the basket and sent her servant to fetch it. When she opened it, she gasped, "This must be one of the Hebrew babies." The baby cried, and her heart was filled with compassion. She decided to keep him as her own. At that moment, Miriam bravely stepped forward and said, "Shall I find a Hebrew woman to nurse the baby for you?" Pharaoh's daughter agreed, and Miriam quickly ran to get Jochebed. Without knowing she was the baby's mother, the princess told Jochebed, "Take this child and nurse him for me, and I will pay you." Overjoyed, Jochebed cared for her son until he was old enough to live in the palace. When the time came, she brought him to Pharaoh's daughter, who adopted him as her own and named him Moses, which means drawn out of the water. Little did Pharaoh know that the child he had allowed to live would one day grow up to lead the Israelites to freedom.